ranking the best outside linebackers in college football. And we're back here updating our outside linebacker tier list in college football 25 Ultimate Team. Before we get into today's video, I do want to talk about our sponsor real quick, MMOEXP.com. If you guys want an alternative to buying packs, consider buying coins at MMOEXP and make sure to use code DILLA at checkout for 5% off your order. Now, right before I do want to head and jump into the new cards right here, we got to look at the old tier list. So what do I think needs to change? I think Colin Oliver and Abdul Carter are still very much deserving of S. And I also want to keep Micah Parsons and Harold Perkins in this tier, but we're going to go ahead and drop down everyone else. And in the next update, we'll clear out some of this F tier, make it look a little bit cleaner. But yeah, we're going to be dropping down everyone. And then what we're also going to do is we're going to have TJ Watt and Zaven Collins more along the lines like an A tier player. I thought about dropping Micah Parsons and Harold Perkins as well, but I think these cards are just too good at this point. And now we're going to get into the new cards right here. We got Kylan Guidry right here. Hopefully I said that right, from Western Kentucky. And this card is 6'4", 232, speed rusher arc with 80 speed, 80 acceleration. Now he is a speed rusher, but really doesn't have any pass rush, no finesse moves, no power moves, block shed, impact blocking, not really there. The zone and the man isn't really there. So this is a card that is just 80 speed, 80 acceleration. He's not really offering you much else. 6'4", so maybe you want to user him, but again, the speed and excel really not crazy at this point. Island's gonna go ahead and be an F tier caliber card for us. After that, we get 81 overall Barrett Carter. This card is 6'1", 81 speed, 80 acceleration. This time again, doesn't really offer you much as a pass rusher, not really great block shed and impact blocking, but does have potentially 80 zone coverage, 77 man. You can get the zone up with strategy cards in the game, and if you get him up to 80 zone, he's not that much worse than his 85. Like, he's one speed point slower and he would hit the same level as zone. So I'm gonna place this Barrett Carter a tier below his previous card, and yeah, I'm gonna place Barrett Carter a tier below his other card. He's gonna be in the C tier for me. After that, we get a outside linebacker from UConn, Tui. I have no idea how to say that, Brown. But yeah, 6'2", 81 speed, 81 acceleration. Again, this card not offering us much as a pass rusher, not really offering us much block shed or impact blocking, but does hit 75 zone coverage, not on that 80 level, and he's also 6'2". If this card was a little bit better run defender, I would think about putting him in the D tier, but I think this card just really doesn't really have a point to be ran. I'm gonna place him also in the F tier. And after that, we get, in case you missed it, Jordan Brown. So this card is 77 speed, 81 acceleration. He's 6'1", so not the craziest physical stats we've seen, and he doesn't offer us much as a pass rusher, and he offers us nothing as a pass rusher. The coverage stats aren't even really great either. This card is just someone that is simply too slow to be on your football field, and also the fact that he's a pass coverage arc, not a pass rusher. Like, if he had that physical stats as a pass rusher with like 80 power moves, 80 finesse moves, we could make that work, right? But coverage player being at like a 12 speed point disadvantage to Judkins, you don't want that. So for me, Jordan Brown also going in this F tier. Now after that, we get 82 overall Kip Lewis. This card is 6'1", 81 speed, 81 acceleration. Again, not offering us anything as a pass rusher. 80 block shed with 71 man, 72 zone. I actually was a fan of his 79 overall as like a budget option, and this card just, you can't get him up to 80 zone, and I feel like that's his weakness. At this point, I want a linebacker that can hit 80 zone, so he's going to be someone that is going to be in the F tier for us. We also get Joe Phillips right here. That is 81 speed, 81 acceleration. He's 6'2", 240. This time though, 80 for finesse moves, 80 for power moves. So we actually have a pass rusher, and he also has 80 zone coverage. Like, that's actually really, really nice for like a cheaper card. This card is under 10,000 coins. Like, that balance, being able to occasionally rush him, being able to occasionally drop him in the zone, I like it. And yeah, this Joe Phillips card, I'm actually really, really liking. I'm going to place this Joe Phillips in the B tier, man. I feel like I'm maybe slightly overrating him, but like, I like him more than these cards. The fact that he can rush the passer, the fact that he can drop into a zone. I like the balance. I think he's better than Barrett Carter. I'm gonna place him B tier. And after that, we get Shea right here from Wyoming. I do not know how to say the last name, but this card is 6'3". He's 82 speed, 81 acceleration. I don't even want to say good pass rush. It's like, like he could maybe do it, but he is a coverage arc with 75 zone coverage. It's not the worst stats in the world from a coverage player. I think this card is like a tier worse than Michael Harris. So I'm going to place him slightly in the D tier. It's not the worst physical stats I've ever seen. I just think Michael Harris is better. Same exact promo as well. Now we're going up to 83 overalls. We get Tevarua Tafidi. Hopefully I said that right. But he's 6'2", 81 speed, 82 acceleration. This time decently high finesse moves of 83. And from a coverage standpoint, 72 zone. It's not really great. And this card actually got done so dirty from a trait standpoint. Look at this. So if you guys aren't familiar with what traits do, this bull rush move right here, that is the power move rating. So bull rush equals power move. that being on yes says, hey, I'm going to use power move. Now spin and swim, these are finesse move ratings right here, or it's tied to the finesse move rating. That is on no. So that means this card isn't going to use 83 finesse moves. He's going to use 72 power moves. So this card really doesn't have a point. So this card is going to be someone that got done extremely dirty from traits. He's going to be F tier for me. Should have been like a D or C tier caliber player if they just would have done his traits correctly. And right after that, we get Kelly Lawson from Virginia Tech, 83 speed, 83 acceleration. He is 6'4" as well. As the height right here too, kind of a sleeper user card if you are looking for like a slight little budget option. 79 finesse moves, 74 power moves, but he's the pass coverage arc, has 76 zone. I feel like this card is just a really solid user defender for a budget, man. I really do. I think he should be at least on the same tier as Michael Harris. Maybe could see this card B tier as well because he's 6'4" and I don't hate it, but I'm gonna place him on the C tier level right by Michael Harris. And after that, we get college kickoff Scooby Williams right here that has 82 speed, 84 acceleration. This time, the block shed and the power moves aren't great, but he has really high finesse moves, lower power moves. And so this means we got to go take a look at Scooby Williams' other card right here, the 77, and look at his traits. If the other card we covered earlier had these exact traits, they'd be on similar levels, but Scooby Williams only has the finesse move traits on yes. That means he will not use his power move rating. So this card is actually a lot better than what you would think. Pretty good speed and excel. I'm going to place him in the B tier as well, man. I think he's pretty solid with that. The block shed isn't great, but if he has good block shed, I think that would be what makes him A tier. And now we're covering all the high overalls. We got Jack Campbell right here. That is 6'5", really good height, 84 speed, 85 acceleration. He has 86 finesse moves as well. Can slightly rush the passer, and he's actually a better pass rusher than he is a pass coverage player, but he is 6'5". Pretty good speed, pretty good acceleration for the linebacker spot. You could use him as a rusher. You could user this card. I think Jack Campbell for me is going to be an A tier caliber player, and him first like TJ Watt and Zaven Collins, I think you can make arguments, but I'm going to place them all on the same level. And right after that, we get Kyle Thornton, 87 overall. He is 6'1", 85 speed, 85 acceleration. Not the worst balance of physical stats. Decent pass rush, nothing hits 80, but it's like eh. He's a pass coverage arc though. He has 82 zone coverage. So I think Kyle Thornton again is a really solid linebacker. I don't think he's an S tier caliber player. I think he's great in this A tier, man. I'm gonna place him top into A. Again, I like these guys a little bit better than him, but I think he's one of the better linebackers in the game. We also get season 2 Chandler Martin right here, and you can choose him from level 23, 30, 43, or 48. He is 6 foot, 84 speed, 87 acceleration. What you're gonna see is the higher finesse moves, lower power moves. Not the best block shed, but impact blocking looks solid. And what you're gonna see here though is, again, same traits we covered earlier, so you do not have to look at the power move rating. It's 88 finesse moves. So this card is actually a lot better than what you would think. He's a straight up rusher though. I don't think you can play him in coverage with the lower COD and agility. Chandler Martin for me, I kind of just think he's a worse version of Abdul Carter, so I'm gonna place him a tier below. This is still a really good card in the game, don't get me wrong. I just think Abdul Carter does what he does just better. And after that, we get Michael Williams. That is 6'5", 265, 84 speed, 88 acceleration. He has 89 power moves, 85 block shed, 82 finesse moves. So like if we look at linebacker, right, is Michael Williams S tier? I'm gonna go ahead and say he's not. Like I think he's really great, don't get me wrong, but I would prefer everyone in S over this card. I'm gonna lean him more top end of A than S. And we're ending it off with 288 overall stories of the week. We got DJ Wesselock right here with 86 speed, 85 acceleration. He is 6'3", this time 89 finesse moves, 81 power moves, great block shed and impact blocking. He is a straight up rusher. Wouldn't really play him in coverage. He should be rushing the passer. And for traits, only the swim move trait on yes, meaning he's only going to use finesse moves as well. We can ignore the power move rating. So this card is an absolute beast, man. I think DJ is for sure deserving of this S tier, and I still think Colin Oliver is the best because of what he can do as a coverage player and a pass rusher, but this is someone top end of S tier. And we got Tyler Grubbs with 86 speed, 86 acceleration. He is 6'2", 230. Good balance of power moves and finesse moves. The impact blocking is a little bit lower, but good block shed, and he also has 78 zone coverage. So Tyler Grubbs is another person with the speed and excel. You could user this card as well. I think Grubbs is someone that is also deserving of this S tier. And you could argue placement. I mean, him versus Micah Parsons, again, you can argue it, but this has been my updated thoughts on the outside linebacker position in college football ultimate team. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with. Who do you think should go up? Who do you think should come down? Now, if you guys did enjoy this video though, you enjoy content like this, want to stay up to date here with everything that's the best in college football ultimate team, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now, if you guys do want to go ahead and see me use some of these cards live on stream, I've been streaming here on both YouTube and Twitch to watch on the YouTube. Make sure to hit that noti bell as well. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you want to watch on the Twitch, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with the follow. If you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here.